Good morning, everyone. It's Tess, and today's tip is tip 401, and I'm going to call it eliminating excuses. And it kind of came to me because I was listening to the live that Doc V is going to talk about this morning. And basically what it amounted to is it was a video that gave the categories of reasons why we don't follow through on things. But basically what it amounted to was lots and lots and lots of excuses and reasons why we don't move forward. And it made me wonder, what could I find in articles? So I looked online about what tools have people put together on how do we eliminate excuses so that we can just keep moving forward. And I know that, like, for myself in the past couple of years, the reason things in life has become so exciting is that I've not 100%, because we all have to take steps and there's growth every single day, but I've been trying to learn to overcome excuses, trying to overcome fears, trying to overcome the obstacles that have blocked me from moving forward. So I found an article from Lifehack, 7 tips on eliminating excuses. So I figured I'd share those because they're things I need to remember. Maybe I need to put them on a card. Hi, Sharon, good to see you. So I'm going to try to remember these 7 tips for eliminating excuses, because I'm as guilty as anybody else of allowing myself to be redirected in the direction I don't want to go. And the first one they talked about, and I thought this was a good one, is read between the lines. And by that, what they said is take a list and just write every possible worst case scenario that you can think of about what's stopping you from moving forward on a goal. And they said, once you've just brainstormed every possible excuse for why you think you can't do something, you'll start to see a pattern. And when you see the pattern, that's the area you need to work on to overcome what's blocking you from taking a step forward. Good morning, good morning. So I thought that was a great one. I like brainstorming, I like learning, I like trying to find something to push myself forward, because I know I'm my own worst enemy. So if I can move forward, I just feel so much better. I had to eliminate my excuse, so I'm back on the trail, even though there you go. Even myself, I'm at, I think 6,000 steps this morning, but I got to keep at it, because when I was gone during March, instead of hitting my 15,000 steps a day, I think I'm more like an average of about 10 to 12,000 a day. But that's okay. For the rest of the year, I hit my mark. I just need to keep moving forward. And I can't let it be an excuse to fall back, because right now we're entering the best time of the year, at least in the Northern Hemisphere, to make changes. So I have to be careful about excuses too. So I'm with you. I think we're about 41 or 42 here. So we'll walk outside together and we'll cheer each other on, Shan. We've got this. Number 2, this is a really good one because I'm guilty of it. Number 2 is no more buts. I can't do this. I'd like to do this, but I'm busy this week. I'd like to do this, but I'm really tired today. I'd like to do this, but we all fall into the but area. Buts get us nowhere, so we got to stop. And as soon as we hear that word but, we got to have it give us a shocking bolt and go, oh, wait a minute, that's just an excuse. Whenever we put that, I even hate in reviews. If you're going to give somebody a compliment in a review, you give them the compliment and you don't attach a but, because that diminishes everything that you're working towards. So we got to eliminate the buts, because the buts don't get us anywhere. Number 3 is avoid those who will support your buts. And I know we all have those in our lives. And sometimes they're the most meaningful, loving people in the world. If you know they're going to support your butts, you got to not encourage them to share with you and help you to fall down that path. So you got to, like they say, I always kind of talk about now, it's that heart circle of the family that we love and support us. We need to make sure that we're connecting with that level up group so that we don't fall into that pattern of allowing people to support our butts. We want to move forward. So as we all reach up, we can keep each other pulling up instead of finding and surrounding ourselves with those that will support less than what we're capable of or than what we want to accomplish. The next one is trick yourself. And I thought this was a cute one too. It says, and Doc V did this last summer about his push-ups. If he wanted to do push-ups, he had to do a certain, or if he wanted to do gardening, he had to do a certain number of push-ups. The other thing they kind of recommended is another way to trick yourself is a get back to lists. They said create the mother of all lists. create every possible thing that's connected to what you want to do going forward. Once you get that massive list, and I've heard this from many motivational speakers, get that massive list, make it the last page of your journal, make it a separate journal, but it's over here somewhere. Just pull 2 or 3 little things and put it on your to-do list for today. Well, hi, Jessica. Good to see you. Give my best to my Australian boys over there and let them know I was thinking about them. I'll have to send them something soon. So take that massive to-do list, pull 1 or 2 things out, put it on your current to-do list, and it feels good because you can accomplish something. I am notorious for massive to-do lists. And, oh, it's so good to see you too, Jessica. And much love to the boys. Oh, I think about you guys all the time too, and I wish we all lived closer, but one day we'll all meet in person. Now, and it will be amazing. It's been so amazing to meet everybody in the tribe the past couple of weeks that I've been able to. It would be wonderful. Now, I will say for the big, massive to-do list, remember, keep the big, massive one off to the side because it'll overwhelm you, and then we'll put the little 1 or 2 for the day because that gives us that success feeling. The 5th excuse that they said, the thing to do to kind of overcome the excuses that block us is that we have to kind of just recognize when it's an excuse, and we just have to say, it doesn't matter, I'm going to do it anyway. Because what happens is, if like fear is one, I know that for myself, committing to go to all these events, I had a whole list of excuses why I couldn't do it, but I recognized that, and I kind of actually put myself out there 18 months ago and committed to them via like sending a list to talking to Doc V, because I have a group with him, and him saying it was a good idea, and I just signed up because I knew if I gave myself time, I talked myself out of it. So I try to remember where I'm going to block myself, and I try to use a tool to force me to make the step even when I'm uncomfortable doing it. I even applied for jobs this past weekend because I'm like, why do I keep putting blocks up? Will I pursue anything? I don't know. But I'm going to keep myself active and keep putting myself out there because the growth comes from pushing the comfort circle bigger. And I just got to keep doing that. I thought this was another good one. Think about an excuse. Whenever you put that but or that thought that you can't do something, think of it as a yellow light. All of a sudden you've got an excuse, you've got a but, I can't do it now, I'm too busy, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I've got this, I've got that. That's a but. The second you find that but, it's a yellow light. Now what are you going to do with that yellow light? Are you going to push through that yellow light and turn it green and get a reward, something that feels really good? Or are you going to take that but and put it a red light and stop and not make progress? Because we all know that when we hit that red light, it doesn't feel good. So if we recognize that but or that excuse, at that minute that it's yellow, you have the chance to turn it green. If you can start to recognize the yellow, that but, that thought that's blocking you, then you can get forward instead of having the regret later. And I know I've been guilty of that many times, so I've got to start trying to back past that. The next one is trust the process. And I think this is important. And actually, Chris is doing some 3-day training this weekend, but it made me realize, because he had a live on yesterday about part of the process is that we're going to have to learn, we're going to have to reach our hand up, we're going to have to recognize when the light is yellow so that we move towards the green light. We're going to have to start looking for the ways to feel good. We're going to have to start looking for the ways to say thoughts that will help support our journey instead of grabbing the butts that turn the light red. So I thought these are some great tips. And again, this was from Life Hack, 7 tips to eliminate excuses. And it did come directly from Doc V's talk, our video this morning. It was just multiple things about fear and excuses and all the different things we do to ourselves, because he's doing clarity this month in our paid challenge. And I thought, how in the world am I going to recognize when I'm blocking myself, and what can I do to eliminate excuses? So I'll go through the list again real quick. The first one is read between the lines. Put together a massive list of every possible worst case scenario. You can tend to identify a pattern, and that's the one thing you can work on to push forward. The second one is no more buts. Remember that but is kind of a yellow light. As soon as you hear but or not now or I'm too busy, that but, is the stop, is that point where you got to turn it green instead of red. Avoid those who support your butts and support you not moving forward. They may be doing it with all the love in their hearts, but you have to surround yourself. I said but. You have to surround yourself with that circle that has a hand up to help you up, because that's how you move forward. There's love. They love you, but again, but. Ooh, see, I have to work on it too. You want to be moving forward. So surround ourselves with those that have their hand out to help us up. It's been amazing the past couple of weeks with everything that's been learning and growing forward. And there's going to be a few months now without something like that. So I'm going to have to be working on educating myself and improving myself in ways like this 3-day training and in reading books and in learning, so that I can feel like I've moved forward, so that the next time that the hand is out face to face, I'm ready to bring it further than I ever thought was possible. The next thing is they talked about tricking yourself, and Doc V does that he was doing that with his push-ups before gardening. So what can you do? Like maybe it's a walk before breakfast, or maybe it's meditate before a shower, something that will make you do something you're uncomfortable with before you get the thing that you really enjoy. Again, excuses are a yellow light. What are you going to do with that yellow light? A but, a fear, a I can't, it's not now. All of that stuff, that's a yellow light. Are you going to turn that light green, or are you going to make it red and then have regrets later? We all like the green light because we love to feel good about overcoming something that blocked us. The last one is trust the process. And I think learning to enjoy finding ways to talk positive, learning to enjoy learning to enjoy growing and becoming more and better person. I truly have always been passionate and loved reading and learning. I know not everybody does, but I passionately love to. And if you can find something to enjoy, I always thought I had to have a book in hand, and I've been getting into audios lately because that allows me to get some of the things done that I need to get done. So I've been listening to audios, and I've been doing reading, and I've been doing all the training for the past couple of years. And I know truly I've been seeing a lot of people face to face now that I'm back in the office, and life has definitely improved because I've been moving forward, and that makes me happy, and I want to see that for all of you. So if we can start to recognize the excuses, that they're a yellow light, and push forward on a green, life will be much better. Thank you for being here, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.